So that's an actual big boss down. I mean, the Putrescence Knight was also a Remembrance boss, but still. Well done, Sam. Making real progress today. Now, another 100k for another level. Do we have close to that in terms of things? Maybe, especially if we sell some of them. Let's go back to Round Table and see what's going on. Okay, so we should probably look at the remembrances themselves first. So, the remembrance of putrescence. All tainted flesh eventually becomes putrescence, and this clump of it imbibed Centrina's nectar, which granted it eternal rest. And so it was that putrescence became her knight. Okay. And then the Shadow Sunflower. The Shadow Tree is the shadow of the Erd Tree, born of dark notions that bear no sense of order, that twist and bend its stock, rendering it brittle. And Miquella's Great Rune. Broken and bereft of its bounty, it retains naught but the power to resist charms. Miquella sets off for the tower enshrouded by shadow, abandoning everything, his golden flesh, his blinding strength, even his fate. All in an effort to bury the original sin, to embrace the whole of it and be reborn as a new god. So it contains the power to resist charms. Is that going to be helpful to us down the line? Maybe. But what can we do? I mean, you've got Equipment of Champions. I don't think either of those two dropped any gear, so let's have a look. So it drops its cleaver and has some sort of spell. So the cleaver is a great axe. It's a strength weapon. Strength, dex and arcane. Causes frost buildup. You're fixed to an arch fashioned from human bones. Pretty cool. And then the spell requires int and faith, and it's the Vortex of Putrescence. It's a sorcery. Launches a whirl of jets that bathe the surroundings of all they touch in ghost flame. In age long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. And then the Shadow Sunflower. That offers us the Shadow Sunflower Blossom, which is a strength, dex and faith weapon, to the surprise of no one very much. It's colossal. The head of a monstrous Shadow Sunflower manifestation of the Shadow Tree. And again, it might just be a flower, wielded as a weapon. Much like the Shadow Tree itself in appearance, the second stalk winds tightly around the first, almost as if in tender embrace. And then Land of Shadow, which is a 58 faith spell. Fires a hail of golden projectiles towards a foe. The incantation channels the force of the Shadow Tree's power, and its gold is accompanied by shadow. Cool. Whole lot of cool stuff that's not really for Sam in the general scheme of things. So we might be able to sell some runes and get some levels. Let's see, what does all that sell for? 40,000, 30,000. So yeah, we're still one level off being able to use this sword of Centrina. What do I need to use it anyways? It's Sombers to level it up. It's probably Sombers. Yeah, it is. And there we go, we've got it leveled up nicely at the very least. It's up to plus 10. So now we just need one more level of int to be able to use it. And can we arrange its thingy a bit better? Let's see. No, it's just stuck with its standard scaling by the look. It'll still do good damage though. It's physical and magic damage, so it's a nice weapon to have around. And now what are we doing? Are we switching back to our pokey spear for the moment? And we do want, I think, to go back to the coast. No, we've not been to the west marker. So we should probably get the Site of Grace out there, because it would be nice to... oh, talismans. It would be nice to be able to thingamajig. Get a weapon for situations where we're not making everything bleed and or poison and or anything else. So I would quite like just a general keen weapon, and I think the dancing swords could be a good bet. So we'll grab the Site of Grace over here and then we'll head into the mausoleum and see how we can get on against that bugger. Sorry Gravebirds, just passing through. I bested your cooler purple winged chums. I haven't got time for you lot. So many cool weapons and cool new weapon types. I'd really like it if From just released like an extra mini DLC, but just added just new weapons. It feels like a shame that we've only got like 1 or 2 light greatswords and 1 or 2 beast claws and things like that. Just a little DLC weapons pack would be amazing, I think. So there's the perfumed oil of Rana, from the place where the dancers come from, which is probably also where Tanith comes from. Did that crab just destroy one of its smaller crab brethren? Probably not even brethren, probably a child of it. And it just smashed it to pieces trying to kill me. But yeah, we only know of one place where dancers reside. And it's probably Rana that Tan comes from. Anyway. What you got for us, friendo? I haven't changed my talismans again, so we'll have to see how we get on. Don't think she's got a great deal of range on her attacks, but she's got jump attacks. Curses. That's my thing. Yeah, get stabbed. She's having as much difficulty with just some bugger just stabbing forward as I always do when I meet spear folk. And she bleeds. And she probably gets poisoned as well. And maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's like a normal sort of person. She probably... oh yeah, she is poisoned. Good. Ouch. It's twice now she's hit us with that. Ouch. But she forgets that the poison flower blooms twice. Well thought though. If only she'd had like 12 flasks at her disposal. And there we go. We've got another new weapon that we can level up at some point. Now, what's the scaling like on that bad boy? Yeah, B scaling and dex. That's perfect for us. And how far are we off another level? About 100k still. Jeez. So we've got 50 from our unsung hero. We could get 50 from Malenia, couldn't we? Yeah, we're not going to use a katana on this playthrough. So there we go, a bit of eating later. And we're at the point we need. Now, where are we going for next time? We haven't been in the front door of Shadowkeep. We should probably do that at some point. Looks like we might not have fought Dryleaf Dane yet on Sam either. But there we go. We've got what we need now for our new blade. So we'll give that a spin. Two-hand it? Yeah. It's just such a simple and effective moveset. Leda, do you have anything to say at this point? I should probably talk to Tiolier again.
Allow me some time. to mull it over.
Very well. You keep mulling. We'll go and speak to our friend who likes St. Trina. Tioye, you'll never guess who we've seen.
Oh, are you not affected? Even with the spell broken, I'm feeling rather lost. Haunted by memories.
Oh yeah, we haven't even
of St.
spoken to
Trina.
you
Would kindly befallen for St. Trina. Problem is,
since we broke the charm. Now, we could tell you, in fact. Well, let's give you the black syrup,
Oh,
just in
I
case.
have to say,
Yeah, don't know if we need the concoction, but nice to have it.
I'm feeling
And now-
of St. Trina.
We know where St. Trina is.
Are you certain of this? Is this all a plot to make a mockery of me? Oh heavens, what am I saying? Forgive me. You deserve my deepest gratitude. I will make the journey to the southern coast, as you say, to venture into the depths of the fissure.
You do that, friend. I suspect it's going to kill you because it's a FromSoft quest.
I will make the journey to the southern coast.
But there we go. It's what he wants. And back we go, I guess. Let's go see what goes on in the depths. Here we are at the Garden of Deep Purple with Trina sword. And I suspect we're going to find a corpse down here at the feet of St. Trina.
Oh, St. Trina, what velvety ambrosia is this? Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. It was all just as you said. To think, without your guidance, I wouldn't have seen St. Trina again. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison. Soon, I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long.
There we go. He's got what he wanted.
Oh, I almost forgot.
You did?
You mustn't follow my example.
Um,
St. Trina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me, and only me.
well, thanks for the warning. It's definitely not too late.
I am gone, adrift in sleep, so that I may hear St. Trina's lost voice. Let me be. I won't be long.
Okie doke. I think
I
that's
am
all he's...
gone so
Yeah,
that I
that's
may
all he's
be.
got to say at this point. You happy, Trina? Looks like you're also slumbering. Part flower, part sleeping person. Now if we rest and come back... I still feel like we're certain to find a bell bearing. You're right, friend.
I am gone, so that I may let me be.
Okay, no, he's still going strong. Very well. I guess then we'll leave him to it. Maybe we'll remember to check back in on him at some point. But I think our next goal is going to be probably head to Shadow Keep and go in through the front door and test out this cool new blade. So that's where we'll be next time. So this is what? The fourth different way of leaving Shadow Keep and going to different places? Well, we're still in Altus. Okay. But we have left the keep. Where exactly in Altus are we? Ah. So we're down here in this basin. And we've got a big old building over there. Which seems like a sensible place to start. We've got Furnace Visage. And we've got what looks to be a buggered golem here and there. Lots of buggered golems, in fact. Which we don't mind. Lots of Furnace Visage. I'm going to get my flask ready just in case a boss suddenly jumps us. Or a Furnace Golem. That is also something that we don't really want jumping us right now. But it's probably onto us, so let's just go away from it. And see what we've got over here. A place that it hopefully cannot reach. The ruins of Unte. Very nice. Whoops. So we're probably safe from the furnace golem. But we can summon. Summoning is an option in this section. So there will be threats. Hello. Okay. Some goon. If that's the level of threat we're dealing with, then that's perfectly fine. You there. I had no follow-up for that. Just you there. That was sufficient, I feel. Practically at another level. Maybe we go for a gallop, see if we can find another site of grace. Because these ruins don't appear to hold too much. We could always explore them later, but I feel like I should like to go to a site of grace behind this furnace golem. And then I should like to go back and try and tackle Messmer a few more times. Oh, is that another spirit ash? If that's enough for another level, that would be cool. Because we've got another Shadow Tree level since we last messed with him. So we are definitely stronger. Just a little bit. But a little bit is all we need because we nearly got him that one time. Now, there is indeed another site of grace. I am also really curious about where this is taking us though. But Recluse's River upstream, so down there somewhere is Recluse's River downstream, one would assume. Yeah, I'm really intrigued as to where we're going. But we only need 14k for another level, and then we could go and tackle our flamey boy once again. Alright, 69 strength was fun while it lasted, but we're going to 70. We're going to go to 80 eventually. But back we go. Messmer, it's time. It's time for you to pay. Right. Oh, and hop. Yes. Yeah, we're getting good at dodging that initial attack. It's just a shame that he's got multiple other attacks that follow on. Oh. I was expecting him to launch at me then. I wasn't expecting him to just throw the spear. Also, I forgot to see if we can actually improve our summon again. Oh, we dodged most of that. Couldn't dodge the end of it, though. Sometimes I should probably be running instead of thingy-majig. Instead of rolling. Phase 2? No? There we go. Good damage heading into phase 2. But now we've got to dodge this bugger. Or do we? Okay. Friend Bird Warrior has to dodge that. Right, Moon Slashes. Ow. Yeah, Moon Slash has got good range. So let's just use up all our FP on it. Ah. Good. Oh. Oh. Nice try, friend. Oh. Dang, I thought we'd... It made the sound that we'd managed to crit in them. But then, instead, we appear to be on our butt. We got it!
Marika,
Ornis, you legend.
a curse upon thee.
And now you're cursing Marika? What a rude boy. But there we go, we got his kindling and remembrance of the Impaler. And a lot of runes. A whole lot of runes. So, the remembrance? A malevolent snake writhed within Messmer, and so his very mother plucked out his eye and put in place a seal of grace, so that's what he pulled out and shattered. Yet having done so, her fear compelled her to secrete away her child within the realm of shadow. Hidden away, keeping company with the original sin, and a hatred that would not be confined. Okay, so she shut him in this realm of shadow. He didn't come here to engage in a crusade as such. But then why do you hate the Tarnished so much? We didn't do it. And the kindling that burned inside him, a dark thing eaten away at by a wicked serpent, burns the sealing tree found at the old raw ruins. Messmer, much like his younger sister, bore a vision of fire. Who's Messmer's younger sister then? Because Rani and Rykard are the other children of Marika that we know about, right? And Radahn. Or have I got that confused? What are Miquella and Malenia then? Are they children of someone? Yeah, they're children of someone. They're Empyreans. Were they related then to the others? Probably. But younger sister, his younger sister bore a vision of fire. Could that be Melina? Also, hello, Years.
What cruelty is this? Who would rob me of my one vital purpose? Am I so feeble, witless, dull of blade, that vengeance was never to have been mine?
I mean, he's dead. That's what you wanted, right?
Oh, mother. Oh, most cherished wife and child. It seems vengeance was not mine to enact. Where now should I point my tired blade?
Not at me. We'll get messed up. Okay, so Hornsent isn't terribly pleased with us, but what can you do, eh? We didn't need your help. We had Ornis, and Ornis is best boy. It seems like this is a dead end now. We've got what we wanted. The grace line appears to be pointing probably to the ruins over there, where we need to burn things. So we're going to have to work our way through the keep again in different directions to get stuff done. But maybe we'll start with the Recluse's River again. We have but a few minutes left on Old Wes today, but maybe we can have a quick peek around here, see what's going on. And then if I remember, we'll actually go back and see what Messmer's remembrance can earn us. But for now, we've got a cliff face. Yep. Down there we can definitely get to because there's horrible enemies. I just stopped right in front of that gap, which was fortunate, to say the least. Now, that ghost seems happy to just gallop at this point, so I guess we can too. But there are manflyers approaching. Oh, I forgot to put back on the fire talisman for Messmer. Dang. What a dullard I am. Yeah. You stop doing whatever it is you're doing. Also, am I poisoned? You wretch. Now, it looks like we cannot go back up very fast, so we'll just have a quick jog. See if there's anything of merit this way. Before we turn eastward. There's some fly mold. and some flies. Very well. Down here we have lots more flies. And a risky item that we'll grab, smithing stones, and another site of grace. Are we safe to drop to it? I think so. Yeah, we are, especially if we do it like so. And it said gorgeous view ahead, so what we'll do is we will get this site. We'll deal with those things, because nothing is going to spoil a gorgeous view like a bunch of manflies. And we are in fact at Recluse's River downstream, so don't think there was much going on that we missed. And what have we got? I mean, it's an impressive view, I guess, of the jagged peak. But we're going to have to figure out what to do down here on Young Wes next time. I think. What's that? Why is there a pot there? Projectile weapon required ahead, I'll say. What's this going to do for us? It's going to drop an item. Way down below. Is that item going to stay dropped if we reset with the Site of Grace? One would hope so. Yeah, the pot is gone. So that item is now waiting for us down below. But before we go, we will just check that remembrance. Ooh, and it's entirely possible that Messmer's got a set of armour that we could pick up. That would be nice. Which way to my fingers? Okay, let's check first. Messmer's armour. Yes. Black, in air quotes, armour of Messmer the Impaler. Draped with a red cloak. On his mother's wishes, Messmer made himself a symbol of fear, undertaking the cleansing crusade she desired. Okay. Direct thy maledictions, thine ire, and thy grief towards me alone. So she was responsible for the crusade against the Hornsent. His helm is intertwined with serpent, slightly enhances incantations of his flame as well as Fire Knight skills. The winged snakes were Messmer's constant companions. They were there when the base serpent was sealed away behind his eye. They were there through his eternity of suffering. They will accompany him yet, in his hideous new form born when he destroyed the grace granted by his mother. They have accepted his fate, as much as he. Remembrance of the Impaler allows Spear of the Impaler, which is a Strength Dex Faith weapon, because of course it is. Nearly all the boss weapons are Strength Dex Faith weapons. And it's a great spear, which we've never used, really. Remade by the forging arts of the realm of Shadow. This weapon can be thrown by executing a strong attack, dashing strong attack, or mounted strong attack. Charge the attack to produce flame on impacts. Very nice. Or Messmer's Orb, which requires 60 faith. Launches a giant orb at the foe. Messmer despised his own fire. Time and time again he hoped to rid himself of it, but ever did it burn. Something of a tragic villain then, our Messmer. Not that that's going to stop me pushing his face in 3 more times on the other cats, but yeah, jolly good fun. Well done, Wes. We'll see you again soon.